Lately, my attention span has just been gone. I'd sit down to read a book and within 2 minutes, I'm already like daydreaming and I just can't focus at all. It's been kind of embarrassing, especially when I knew how much I used to love reading books. I couldn't focus on anything that wasn't moving fast, and yet I knew I didn't want to go back to scrolling on my phone because that wasn't making me feel better. It was making me feel worse. So I found 5 graphic novels so visually stunning that I just couldn't put them down, with next level stories and entertainment. And I put one book in each room in my apartment, matching the exact energy of that room. And it totally worked. I was completely immersed in these graphic novels, and before I knew it, I've gotten back into novels and normal books too. Here's what I picked. We're gonna start this journey in the kitchen, where our day starts slow and our brain hasn't really turned on yet, which is why I chose Calvin and Hobbes, because it asks very little of us, and you can just pick it up and read a strip, which is its own little world of hilarity. It's the perfect book to start your day with a cup of coffee when you're not quite awake yet. And for those of you who don't know, Bill Watterson is an absolute legend. He wrote and illustrated everything himself, and he turned down millions of dollars in merchandising offers because he wanted to keep the image of his characters pure. And then in 1995, he stopped writing Calvin and Hobbes and he just said, I'm done. No matter how many times I read Calvin and Hobbes, it never fails to make me laugh. Great books to start your day. Book number 2 coming up. All right, for this next book, we've got Akira. And if you don't know what Akira is, I'm so jealous. I'm so excited for you, is what I mean to say. Akira sets the bar for what a graphic novel should be. It's kinetic, it's powerful, it's energetic, it gets you firing on all cylinders. This is a book you will not be able to put down. It's perfect for your desk, your creative space, anywhere where your attention is whizzing, you want to feel inspired. This book is incredible. Written by Katsuhiro Otomo in 1982 in Japan. He drew every single panel, every explosion, every gunshot. He wrote the entire story himself. And there's 6 volumes. This is only volume 1. The fact that we get to exist on planet Earth with this piece of art is a gift. Whatever you do, don't miss this book. Quick disclosure though, there is some violence in here. So if you're okay with that, great read. If you don't like violence, you might want to skip this one. So Akira takes place in a dystopian Tokyo in the future, and it's got everything you need for an epic story. It's got motorcycle gangs, secret government, science experiments, supernatural powers. It's got spies. There's so much packed into one story. It's just hard to put this thing down. You're gonna be glued to it. If you want to experience storytelling mastery, this is a book for you. This next one is for a couch on a slow day when you have some actual time. Part space opera, part philosophy, part fever dream. Don't read this in a rush. It needs you to be present. But when you are, it's unlike anything you've ever read before. The Incal is considered like a building block in the sci-fi genre by the legendary writer Jodorowsky and by the amazing French artist Mobius. The variety of color and the illustrations in this book are next level, and it's so immersive that you can just get lost in the story for hours. The different chapters in the book have different colors and vibes to them, which makes it really dynamic throughout the whole read. It's honestly one of a kind. You're not going to read something like this out there. Funny story, Luc Besson, who made the movie The Fifth Element, actually got sued for stealing ideas from the Incal, which is kind of funny because Mobius actually worked on The Fifth Element with him. So they essentially sued themselves. French comics, everybody. But really though, if you love sci-fi, make sure you don't miss this book. Okay, hold up. We all know what goes on in this room here. Let's just make it better. No further explanation needed. And that's why I chose The Adventure Zone for your bathroom adventures. This book is based off a podcast of a dad and his 3 sons playing Dungeons and Dragons, and it quickly made its way as a #1 New York Times bestseller. This is only volume 1 in a series of awesome books for fantasy lovers out there. It's a super fun fantasy adventure with amazing, colorful illustrations, and it is genuinely funny. Like every page will make you laugh. It's the perfect book to take your mind off all of the business that you will get up to in this room here. We've reached our final chapter, the bedroom, and arguably the most important room in the house. I really wanted to pick the perfect graphic novel for this room, something that had a good enough story that would take my brain off all the busy thoughts so I could fall asleep, but also a story that was kind of zen, kind of slow, and kind of peaceful at the same time. And that's why I chose Shuna's Journey by Hayao Miyazaki himself, written in 1983, and entirely illustrated and written by himself alone. The watercolor illustrations are just beautiful. It's like the only word I can think of to describe this book. The story is slow, it's peaceful, it's zen, It's the perfect thing to just put you into a nice sleeping state. When you read this book, it kind of feels like you're in a dream yourself. It's kind of the perfect vibe for just falling asleep peacefully and having some good dreams. And if you're a big fan of the Studio Ghibli movies like myself, you'll notice a lot of cool little symbols and signs from this story that you see in some of his major movies, which is kind of cool to see how his inspiration and his imagination sort of developed over time. Also, I should probably do a quick shout out to Alex de Duc de Witt, who translated this book. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, but thank you for the English translation. Honestly, this has been one of the easiest ways to be more present and chill at home. Just a beautiful book, always waiting for you in every room. It's the most I've been reading in years, and the crazy part is I've actually started to read normal novels and like deeper books again, because these have acted sort of like a gateway drug back into the book world. It's been awesome. I'll put links in the description to these great pieces of art, and I will see you around. Peace.